Do a giveaway.
All right.
Oh,
Kyle's comic book live stream. It's me, Kyle, with Dimitri. Please talk. I want to know if your mic works.
Oh,
no,
I'm
I'm just
sorry.
kidding. I'm good.
I
We're,
wanted to do what Pierre was doing. I want to not talk
Yeah, but
and
we're
that was
here,
scare
hell
you.
last
boys.
time. It was hell last time your mic didn't work.
Panelwoods live stream with Dimitri, and he is not AI.
Not this time.
Yes. Yes. Nor the last time, I don't think. But Panelist Podcast.
Yeah. Whatever.
That's right. We got Pierre, we got Kyle, we got Dimitri, and I'm wired on pre-workout. So let's fucking get into it, guys. We got a bunch of news, and it's getting crazy. We're getting close to Comic-Con too. I know you guys are excited about that. What?
It's giving me anxiety, if I'm being honest.
I'm giving you anxiety, or Comic-Con's giving you anxiety, or both.
Both, both, but you're worse right now. Take us into the news, Pierre. Start it up.
Into the news. Spider-Man 2 features Tobey Maguire's iconic Venom suit.
Like the video game.
That's the video game.
Yeah.
It's
So it's
video
like
game.
the regular suit, but they just made it all not red and blue. So it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of suits too. I thought there was like 47 suits that they're like.
I saw like 60.
Okay, 60. Whatever. Like the number's crazy. And then there's like different color variations that you can do with it. So
yeah, I don't care about that. I just want
yes.
I want Superior. I'm pretty sure I saw it.
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
want Superior like in the game though.
Oh, you never know.
Might be eventually.
Not this one,
Right.
but eventually.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Next up, Marvel announces new Moon Knight comic book series. New costume revealed. All right.
Did you guys see the costume?
No.
It's like a darker, kind of more villainous looking, I would describe it as. It's like a bigger moon, I guess, on the chest. It's cool. I mean, I'll give it a go.
That's what it was missing. More moon on the costume.
More moon for the Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So it's like a full moon instead of like a half moon?
No, it's still a crescent.
Oh, still a crescent. It's a bigger moon.
Bigger crescent.
Yeah. You said crescent too quick. I want to say crescent.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Favorite word of mine.
Moon croissant.
Yeah.
I don't see
next up.
I assume it's not good. Next up.
Canceled Aquaman spinoff, The Trench, was a secret Black Manta movie. Damn. Okay, can I just say that Black Manta in the movie looks sick? Like, it is the most comic book accurate Black Manta. Like, they did such a great job with that. I heard the most recent thing was that the audience that checked out the movie left in disgust. There are people that were leaving the theater in disgust.
Yeah.
But if you read the comments, it's because of a particular scene that involved the baby. So not that it makes it better. But
spoiler.
That scene.
Spoiler
not that the movie's bad. Not the movie's bad, but there's a baby and people didn't like it. So they left in disgust. So
it's curious that they would do that at all. Like they would even touch any of that. Because that, like the movie's not going anywhere. Why are you putting him through this traumatic thing and making people deal with that? Like, we got a comment here from our good friend PJ, although it is probably delayed because everything's delayed. Do you think they use it in the MCU latest? PJ, can you comment again and tell us what we were talking about when you made this comment?
Is it Moon Knight?
Oh, that would make sense. Yes.
Is it about Moon Knight? It's about Moon Knight.
Do I think? Personality. Now he always stumps me when he shouldn't. PJ's just really good at stumping me when it's really obvious. I don't know if they would, because honestly, the suit, to me, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that suit's not gonna last because that's got way more detail. Like that artist is not gonna want to do that suit for too long. So I would say no, maybe not. I think they're just gonna do a clean looking one. Like I don't know if you read what was it? Is it Dark Avengers? No. What was Remender's run? Secret Avengers.
I can hardly remember.
Moon Knight had a pretty clean suit in that. I could see them doing like a clean, modern, more Batman stylish. Anyway, yeah. So no, but maybe. Maybe. Now that I understand what we're talking about.
Yeah,
It's like you
I could see it. They're pulling a lot of things together now, and DC specifically going to be doing that. That was like James Gunn said that he wanted to start pulling everything together. So I feel like Marvel's probably doing that too. They gave what's her name, Miss Marvel, her own book, so which I think they're setting that up too, very much so. So being that they did the X-Men thing.
one more thought. Before we move on, I'm so sorry. Is Aquaman like it for the old DC stuff?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Should have Batgirled it. Is what they should have done.
They should have.
I feel like they're gonna have, like they kind of like how Flash ended, where like it kind of like it ends, but like it leaves room for potentially using something out of it. So I feel like they're gonna do something similar to this movie, where like it's not necessarily like completely the end, but you know, I mean, maybe they leave some room for touching it in the future.
I mean, that's why I thought the Flashpoint reference, you know, if the
that would be perfect.
Reds, just something to at least acknowledge that in the Flash, the version of the world he was in also had an Aquaman, even if they just the first 5 minutes of the movie would be cool. But Comic Talk is here. Thank you. I've been waiting for this moment for a very, very long time.
Comic Talk is here.
And watch him just leave instantly. Please don't leave. Please hang out. What else you got for me, Pierre? We got a lot of news actually.
Yeah, we're going right through it.
Too. Yeah.
Rob Liefeld returns to Captain America with an homage to his broad breast cover. So I'm going to let you dive into that one because I don't know what that means.
So, you know that like famous cover he did of Captain America where his chest, like Captain America standing sideways, but you can see his whole chest, like as if it was front view. So it's like shoulder and then chest.
No. All about that chest.
If you saw it, you would know. And if I had the patience, I would screen share it. But basically, it's a cover he's been made fun of for many, many, many years.
He can draw.
Probably more so than his feet and more so than his pouches. And he actually did an homage cover to the cover that he's been ridiculed for. And it's like a Comic-Con exclusive. So that's the way to do it, right? Like, he's going to make a ton of money off of it. It's probably like a $15 book. It's probably going to be numbered. So everyone's going to spend the 15 and then it's going to be worthless on eBay for $5. And they're going to say there's only 1,500 of them. And then they'll release them again at the next convention. So yeah, he's capitalizing. So someone knows what I'm talking about. Thank you.
I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's all chest.
All chest.
A slight scrunched up face, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, kind of like a weird. Yeah, I don't want to bash.
He's a great artist. I don't want to, you know.
Do you remember that one panel, Dimitri, where someone said something about him and Kirkman went off and basically told him to like fuck himself? Like,
no, I get it.
Went off. Yeah,
it's fair. He's a guy.
Yeah, he made Deadpool. All right, Pierre, next.
Next up, Werewolf by Night is returning in color just in time for Halloween. I love this. For the record.
But are you going to watch it?
Yeah, actually. I told Jenny already, like, oh, we're watching it. So
but like, is it because it's in color or because you liked it enough to watch it a second time?
No. Specifically for it being in color.
Yeah,
because I want to see. I want to see if there were details that I missed while it was black and white, and I'm sure there were.
Oh,
that's all.
All right,
that's fair.
Like just cool stuff. And it's a good Halloween movie if you're, you know what I mean. It's spooky.
Yeah, you get into the spirit, you know.
Yeah. We'll watch that, and then the one with the three sisters. What's it called?
Hocus Pocus. Don't bring that up, please.
Hocus Pocus, baby.
How many times?
I'm gonna watch the new one. I'm gonna watch the new one that they recast everyone and they made them like a young version of the Hocus Pocus girls.
That's not how it went, actually, at all. I know.
I watched it. I did watch it.
It wasn't bad.
It was pretty bad.
Talking about the new one.
It was pretty bad.
It wasn't
the new
bad.
one coming.
The new one didn't even start yet.
He's talking about that
never
one.
starts. Nope,
Okay.
I'm talking about the one that came out, and it was bad.
You're gonna upset my wife.
I was trying to help. Try to help you.
No.
How many mugs we have that says Hocus Pocus on it, and pillows and blankets?
The original one, I'll give the original one it, but that last one, I don't know.
Okay. All right. While Pierre's talking to someone else in the distance.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who you're talking to. Let's go. Elder Scrolls 6 is set to only release on Xbox and PC. Ouch.
Yeah.
Owie wowie is what I got to say to that.
I'm sorry. I don't care if you're a fan of video games, like fantasy, anything. Everybody likes Skyrim, at least a little bit. Like everybody has seen and just like, I mean, come on. I don't want to buy an Xbox. Like I spent so much on my computer and it's not the type for games. Now I regret not just spending a little more to make it be able to run something like this. But then again, who knows? Who knows what monster computer to even run it at full spec too. So
I'm gonna have to buy a PC, I think, because this and Starfield coming out to just Xbox.
Starfield, I could live without. That I could skip.
You don't know? It looks really good.
It does, but I feel like I would get bored of that. I feel like the next Skyrim, like there's no getting bored. Like that's like the original. How many times have we gone back and like replayed it? Like every few years, I like go back.
There was a point where me and Jenny were gonna get I don't know what game came out. Oh, Harry Potter. And I was like, the game was coming out like 2 months early for the new Xbox and the new PS5. So I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's go get the new PS5. We'll replace my PS4. We were about to buy a new Xbox. So she's going to hate this news so much, and she's going to hate me because of this, because this is her jam. She loves Elder Scrolls Skyrim. She loves the other game. We just said it, and I forgot already.
Starfield.
Yep.
I mean, it's definitely cheaper to get an Xbox. I mean, my only other recommendation is, I don't know, buy it and sell it. Like once you're done with the game, sell the Xbox. I mean, or find one used. So if it doesn't make it, you know, like if it comes full of cat hair, like okay, like as long as you get through your game.
It's oddly specific.
They're always full of cat hair. They're always full of cat hair. I'm telling you.
I mean, Microsoft has a history of doing this, where they buy companies as is, and they just want to keep what they have. I think they did it with Bungie, and they've done it with a bunch of other studios. They have a real problem creating new IP, so that's they're just going to keep buying new game studios to, you know, reshell out their new games that are just old games, just newer, instead of making new games. So
it's very frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't have time for games that much. And it's like, now you're telling me I have to invest 500 just to play one. Like I play like 3, I buy like 3 a year, and I play like 1 out of that year. And now you're telling me buy a whole system.
Well, Sony's more original, but Sony just raised all their prices on the membership fee, Sony, whatever it's called.
Yep. Yeah. I was going to mention that. Yep. That's going up. As soon as your membership is over with PlayStation, it will be going up. I think it was like $20 or something like that for the year.
It's a little steep.
Yep. Yeah, it just kind of adds to the whole, man, Xbox sounds really good right now.
Yeah. Yeah, her Game Pass is good too, so. But you gotta have time for that. But I heard, like, I mean, if you don't have time, maybe it saves you money. If you only have time to play a little bit, it's like, okay, you're not wasting $70 on a game if you're only playing it for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comic Talk is replaying Assassin's Creed, the Ezio trilogy. I've never played any of them, if I'm being honest.
It's
Ezio trilogy.
Jesus.
Ezio.
Look at me. I'm sorry.
He's so bad. He's so bad at saying names. Yeah. No, that's a great game. And the new one's coming out, Mirage, so that's going to be cool. But moving on to subscriptions and things that we pay for, that when I say we, I mean Kyle. Global Comics hits the App Store. Anyone want to pay
So
for it since I pay for Marvel?
so yeah, I put it in the note, and I'm happy that I'm making you read them today. So yes, this is the one I talked about a few live streams ago that will have Image
They
and
heard you.
Boom.
They
They
heard your
heard,
voice.
and you know what's funny? One of our clips of that live stream, someone commented and were like, "It's in the Apple Store." I'm like, No, this is old. This is not new news. This is old." So I went and looked. It was there like September 7th. I was like, "Son of a bitch!" I complained like the day after. So
Damn.
yeah, I think it's like $8 or $9, like $80 a year. So you two can talk amongst yourselves. If
We'll
not,
work it out.
I'm gonna change passwords for Marvel.
We're gonna
I'm
work it
gonna
out.
change passwords for DC and Disney Plus, and all of you can just, you want my Wi-Fi too? You want that? You
Of
can come over
course.
here and stream from my
So
patio.
global. Let's just understand because I'll pay for Marvel, but what does Global Comics give you? Because I don't know if I really want
Uh,
this. I know you
like
want this.
I mean, Image and Boom. I mean, right there alone is all I'm gonna say. There's a ton of other companies, but I mean, you're talking
Okay. Okay.
Kirkman stuff, so there will be Transformers on there. You're
Oh,
talking Grimm. You're talking a lot of Tynion. He does a lot with Boom.
Hmm.
Not a lot, but a good amount. So yeah, I mean, I think it's worth it.
That's pretty
I don't
fair.
know if I
Yeah.
need to go and do a year on it.
I don't think you do. I don't think you even need it, but okay.
who just wrote a new Doctor Who book? You know what I'm
You know,
talking about?
I do.
Is it
I
Aaron?
do.
It was a
No,
big name.
it was a decent. I don't announced, not like written. Like it was announced.
It might have been announced.
I think it was just announced. I don't. It's a decent name, but I can't. I can't.
What's that under?
I
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna change the brightness. There we go.
don't think it's Boom. It might be on there. We'll look. You gotta look.
All right.
You gotta research because I think you'd be more interested than you think. And I like how
Yeah.
you
Yeah. Darkwing Duck,
talking about
Gargoyles.
gargoyles.
Yep.
Oh,
Remember how much you liked gargoyles?
I thought it was good. I thought it had potential.
All
I
I had
don't.
to
I don't know
ask.
anymore.
right, so I'm gonna do the next news because you're gonna just ask me to say it anyway because I abbreviated things.
RC
So
hits 500.
So RC stands for Rivera Collection, which is Jeremiah's
Mm,
Instagram. He hit 500 followers, and
okay.
not for nothing, but our Instagram barely gets any attention. But the fact that it's an artist fan page and he's just posting like a history lesson of each and every book, it's such a niche market of like you have to be a fan of the artist and want to see every single book that the artist has done. I mean, it's pretty well done. So I gotta give him credit for hitting 500 followers, and he's gonna start doing giveaways. So if you like Rivera, go check out that page.
Can we plug our giveaway?
And Extreme is here. Extreme is here.
Extreme made it.
I
Yes.
think it's a part of the show to yell that. Um,
Um,
yeah, we're gonna do
about
a
our giveaway,
giveaway
Kyle.
at what 5,000? We said on TikTok.
5,000 followers. TikTok. I brought it up today on the comics and coffee segment in the
Mm,
morning, and
that was fun.
yeah,
Thanks.
yeah, yeah. I'm thinking 5,000 followers. We do like a little like you tag three people,
Mm.
tag your favorite people, and give us a follow on all 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages. I don't know how many pages we got.
How are they going to prove all these follows? Because let's talk about this for real. Who's going to do the
You're right.
efforts
You're right.
to
You're right.
gather the information?
All right, we'll make it easy. You tag 3 people, 3 of your closest friends, and that'll put your submission into like our big like spinning wheel. We're gonna
Mm,
put your name in there,
like a real
and
one or digital?
no, digital one. We'll do it live. You can watch it happen, and we'll give away. I don't know what we're
Well,
giving away.
so I have a box, like
Hmm.
almost one of those like Tupperware, not Tupperware, like the Rubbermaid, like something you put in like a garage or basement. Not that I have either. Like almost cardboard box, almost the size of that, filled with action figures, graphic novels. I think there's a Thor hammer in there. I mean, just a ridiculous amount of things.
So you got a mystery box, is what you're proposing.
I think it'll be a mystery box, and I'll show like 1 or 2 of the action figures, which are like brand new Marvel Legends in box, just like, and just to be like, this is kind of the stuff that's in here. I've run out of room. It's all brand new. I literally bought it and put it away. Like,
Can I
you
win
won't-
this giveaway?
it's gonna be pretty big. The question is, do we give it all to one person? Or do
Oh,
we split some of it up? I mean, there's anime stuff.
Nope. One winner. There's never
One winner.
There's no second place winner. It's one
I mean,
winner.
it'll
One winner gets it all.
probably be $40 to ship. So it's probably, I would say it's like $500-$600 worth of things, and it's gonna cost me $40 to ship. So if it's one person, they're gonna make out. Will they want all of it? Hopefully, because I spent money on it and just, you know.
And if you don't, we want videos of you burning it.
Or I would
No,
just
actually,
say,
don't. No video. No burning it. That we don't want to propose arson or anything like that. Just throw it out your window. Just casually throw it out your window and
or I would
post a video
say,
and tag us.
chances are you have a friend or someone that's similar interest. So it's kind of like a giveaway that is intended to give some away, but none of it is trash. I promise it is all like brand new, like
It's a
ridiculous.
giveaway that keeps on giving away. You
Yes.
just keep giving it away. You never stop giving it away.
You're
You
gonna
just give
figure it
it,
out.
and then that friend gives it to someone else because they're like, I didn't want this, but
Stressing
thank
me
you
out
anyway.
how to
Yeah.
like do the logistics of it and plan it and get all the names in the wheel. I don't like, this sounds like so much work. Next piece of news. Yep. Are you gonna like give me a suggestion? No.
Because if you're a regifter, it's a perfect thing to win.
It's perfect. It literally
Perfect
could set
win.
up Christmas. It could literally
There you go.
save you for Christmas.
We'll throw in a pair of Hanes socks in there that I've slightly used.
That's a different site. That's our other show.
That's a
Wrong
different
show.
site on our
Yeah.
different. That's our nighttime Panelid show. Check that
Yes.
out. That's
Panelid's.
coming. New segment.
Panelid's Patreon.
Yeah.
Panelid Patreon. Yeah, go follow the
Yeah.
Patreon. I get naked on there. Next, Sony
Okay.
deletes Tom Hardy versus Topher Grace video.
So
Creates huge Venom 3 speculation. That's right. I'm feeling huge because of this bit of news.
yeah. Well, it is curious that some probably poorly made fan edit of the two Venoms spliced into one thing. Why would they care to take that down? Even if it was something they're doing, why would they care to take it down? Because it like could possibly build. I don't know. Like, would it build hype? Would it hurt? Do they just want it to be a surprise?
I think it was done on accident, and I think on purpose too. Like it was like a oops, like whoops, we didn't mean to post that.
Well, no, they didn't
drum
post
up,
it. They deleted it.
Right. No, it's been
fan
there this
made.
whole time.
It's just something someone fan made, splicing two movies together. But Sony
Right,
was
but they
like,
posted
no,
it and then deleted it.
no. Sony made them delete it.
Oh,
That's why it's curious, because Sony was like, what you made here with our two own properties, get rid of it. So why would they be so angry is the question. So everyone's thinking like, oh my God, is Topher Grace going to come in as Venom and fight Tom Hardy? I don't see it. He's probably just a different character.
I hope not.
I could see him being a different character.
I don't need him being Eddie Brock ever again.
No.
He was the worst Eddie Brock I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's like they looked at the comic and they were like, opposite. Find me the opposite.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, they really just, I don't understand what source material they looked at to give you that Eddie Brock.
Yep.
And then they try to make him a tough guy. I was like, who is this guy? Like,
and especially the only known role he had at that time was the opposite of a tough guy.
Yeah, it just didn't work. I see what the idea was. It was supposed to be like another Peter Parker, like a darker Peter Parker. That's all it was. But like, that's not who Eddie Brock is. But next bit of news: Channing Tatum's stunt double listed on Deadpool 3's IMDb page. Now, personally, I want to just say I'm very excited about this. As we all know, I love Gambit. He's one of my favorite superheroes. And Channing Tatum's stunt double being on there means that potentially we're actually going to get Gambit, which is going to be sick. I don't know if I want Channing Tatum to be Gambit.
Too broad.
but I'm not against it. I've seen like some fan
Muscular.
edits where it looked kind of good, but I don't know.
It could have worked 5 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Like I'll take it. I'll take it, but I don't know if I want it the whole like this being the new X-Men, you know? I'll take it for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over under on Gambit screen time in this Deadpool
Mm.
3 movie.
Mm.
Over
15
under
minutes.
2 minutes. Oh, 15. Okay.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes.
2
Straight
minutes, right?
cameo.
I
Comic Talk
picked the
says-
under.
Oh yeah, it's definitely under. Comic Talk says everyone is in Deadpool 3. Literally.
No, it's
Everyone
true.
is. But this one I would say is the most I wouldn't even call it a rumor. The most bit of a leak
Accurate?
that would because I mean, why
Yeah.
else would a stunt double be there? I mean, I guess he could stunt doubles for somebody else, but
I think we're hearing a lot of news of like just like WandaVision, not WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness. Like, oh, this guy's gonna show up, this guy's gonna show up, this guy's gonna show up. And I think they're doing the same thing with this, but I really think like it's not gonna be as many X-Men as we think. But I do think it's gonna be like I think like a Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe type of movie.
no, you very well could be right with that.
Or at least the X-Men universe, the Fox universe. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Next up, Jonathan Hickman, Ultimate Spider-Man series coming January 2024.
Dimitri, why don't you
I just added it.
I know, because I was gonna add it and it was already there in my list, and I'm like, someone beat me to adding something to the list for the first time. So why didn't you tell us, Dimitri?
So he's doing a Ultimate Universe book right now. I don't know if that's ended yet. Like it's spinning out of
Still
that.
going.
Okay, cool. So it's spinning out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And my only worry is, are they stopping the current run? Like, is this the new Miles book #1?
Oh no, it's a Peter book.
It's a Peter book.
It's a
See,
Peter. From what I read,
cooler in my opinion.
it's basically a reboot of the Ultimate Universe.
Okay.
Yes.
As if it was starting from #1 again. So it's almost like they're gonna retell it with those versions of the characters that we know, but just again. So I guess it plays out differently.
So big spoiler for anyone not reading Ultimate Invasion right now. So if you're not listening, don't listen for the next 3 minutes.
That's me and Dimitri.
Ultimate Invasion is literally rewriting all of like the universe. Like he's creating his own Ultimate Universe right now. He's rewriting it, and whatever transpires out of it is going to be what this new run is going to be. But did you read the first one? You didn't even read the first one yet. Invasion.
The #1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know he gets all the weapons and he takes on the Avengers and yeah.
Yeah, Reed Richards goes, the maker, he leaves to the new universe, and the first thing that he does is he stops Spider-Man from becoming Spider-Man. That's the first thing that he does. So I'm wondering how this connects and where it goes. So obviously I guess the maker loses or something. They figure out how to get Spider-Man to become Spider-Man again.
Everyone say goodbye to Comic Talk.
Comic Talk, thanks for showing up.
Bye
We love you, Comic Talk. We love you. So yeah, so we'll see. I'm excited for it. It's a great book so far. So I'm excited for #4 that's coming out, I think in 2 weeks. So we'll see.
In the old, not that old, Ultimate Universe, Peter Parker just goes off into the sunset. Mm-hmm. I always thought like that. I want that.
It could be. I mean, that could very well be because there is minimal info. Like it's just the way it's stated was like it starts again, like not from where it left off, of just like the Ultimate Universe is starting again. So it could be. I took it as reboot. Maybe I'm misinterpreting.
No, it sounds like reboot. It makes the most sense.
They're using Peter for the article.
That makes more sense as well.
Yeah. So All right, so let's go to collection acquisition. As Pierre continues to talk to people off camera, I don't understand why you can't
They're all
stay
in my room.
focused.
There's so many people here.
You're just surrounded.
I just,
Uh,
yeah, sorry.
It's good.
Collection acquisition. This name stuck for some reason, and we can't get rid of it. Just like what Kyle got.
Yeah. So
Tell us what you got, Kyle.
I did buy a video game, but I also got COVID. So when you see these clips and I'm breathing heavily and disgustingly on top of everyone else talking, it's because I really probably should be in bed and I have a fever right now. Like I feel it, and actually maybe I'll take my temperature on live just to see if I'm right about this fever. But yeah, so my wife brought home COVID, very kind of her, and I was quarantining her. And while I was quarantining her, I was like, "All right, you could have the bedroom slash office. I'll stay out here." So I bought Baldur's Gate 3 while I was staying out there. Staying out there was a failed attempt. I got sick the next day, so I slept on the couch for nothing. My back still hurts because I'm old. But so Baldur's Gate 3, we'll talk about that. The best that I can. It's not what you would expect from any video game ever. Especially if you've never played Baldur's Gate or didn't know it was connected to Dungeons and Dragons, which I really didn't. I just saw a lot of TikToks and I was like, it looks cool. So think Skyrim, but with a turn-based board game element. And think about, how can I say? So what you can do on the turn-based, all the abilities and magic powers you get as you level up, you can also kind of use when you're exploring the world. Now it's not like an open world. It feels a little bit like the camera angle feels a little bit like, I want to say like you're looking down the board game, but it is open world. Like it is, but it isn't. Like you can't just like wander off in a field, but there's so many paths that the world feels big. I played for about 4 or 5 hours. That was Saturday. I haven't been able to play it since, due to the illness. So I really like it. I like that you can kind of just like do stuff. Like if something's in your way, you might have a spell that might actually like fix that. Like if there's like a fire and you have like a mage who knows how to like throw water, like you can just like go to the mage and make them throw water and the fire goes away. Like not in battle, like you can actually like manipulate some of the environment. So like if you just like sit and think about it for a minute of like what tools you have, you can actually like find things and explore more.
Okay, so like Marvel Snap. All right, so next
What?
up in the news. No,
Okay.
Damn.
Anyway, I really
No,
like it, and if anyone plays it, give me some tips. I don't know what character or species class. I'm a cleric, and I look like a devil lady. I made a red lady with a tail.
like Lilith.
Like the actual. Oh man, I did. I knocked off Lilith. I
Someone
literally
got
made a
some
bootleg
inspiration.
Lilith.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yep.
feel bad now. I should totally. All right, next time I play, I'm gonna tag.
You should go
Corinne.
live on Twitch. Just play
I
that.
don't think anyone would watch because when the rolls don't go, because you roll dice too for certain situations and conversation here actually, yeah. So the conversation have multiple outcomes. Like I freed a little goblin person and like no one told me to. I just was like, oh, the vampire wizard guy, he lockpicks, I think. And I went to him and he had a lockpick thing. And I opened the thing and the goblin came out. And like it was a roll of a dice. I'm like, oh, it worked. And then it was like, let's get out of here. And then I had to like manipulate people to get the little weird goblin lady out. And I freed her. She's a criminal, but I freed her just because I wanted to see if I could.
That's
So
actually okay. So now it actually sounds pretty cool. Not gonna lie. The
yeah,
polls
so
have
PJ
multiple
saying the conversation
outcomes.
had multiple outcomes, 100%. Because I kept reloading because I walked in a room I shouldn't have, and like a bird made a stone, had laser eyes, and wiped my whole party. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. The vamp. Oh yeah, I think the vampire. Yeah, okay, yeah. So he's a vampire rogue. I do have the vampire rogue and steal a bunch of stuff in that town. Oh, I left that town. I'm gonna go back to the town. I didn't go that far. That's as far as I got. I left that town with the goblin, and then I stopped playing.
This is
Anyway,
a good game. Everyone's
that's
playing.
my rant.
Great.
We can move on
Everybody's
now.
doing it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cover this a little bit more. Next up is our watch list. Avatar 2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I watched. So
You just watched
This
that? I thought
is
we
this
watched
is
that.
Avatar 2 Water something.
so
Tell us
during
about your note there, so everyone knows
during
exactly what you wrote.
during my 102 fever era, I call it, which was Monday night. We didn't know what to watch, so we put on Avatar 2, and it literally took us 6 hours to watch it, because I kept coughing so hard. I had to pause it because I couldn't pay attention because I was so sick. So it took 6 hours to watch, but I got through it in one sitting. Um, didn't love it, to be honest. I wasn't wearing my glasses either, so the whole time it was blurry. So I can't even tell you if the CGI was good or not.
Wait, this is your
And
first time seeing it? I thought you saw it.
no, I
You've
never
never
made it.
seen this movie.
No,
Oh my
and
god,
and I was such a big fan of the first one, and I just watched the second one.
you didn't
Like
like
I
this one? You're
waited.
saying you got to rewatch it. It was great.
I didn't really, and maybe it was the fever. I didn't really like it.
Probably the fever.
I also like the Flash, for the record. So
Extreme wants to know if we're ready for Spider-Man 2. Pierre, you were talking
I'm
about it
not ready.
earlier, I believe.
I'm not ready.
Did you buy one?
I didn't pre-order yet. I'm just not emotionally ready for it. Like I'm ready, but like I'm not. I don't know if I'm ready.
It's gonna be a lot.
And
They've added a whole new city. Like
I'm
added
still
on to the
debating.
city.
Isn't Jersey? New Jersey's in it.
Has
It's
to
not
be.
that bad. It's not
Oh,
that bad.
look at that.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's fine. I'm fine. It's not that bad.
You're
I
fine.
want to get
Like,
You're not dying.
it's like
I want to get the Venom statue. That's what I'm debating. Whether I get the Venom statue or the regular game.
I think you gotta go statue.
Yeah, it's worth it. Like if you really think about it, you're spending $70 for the game as it is, just on its own. If you look at
Mhm.
any statue out there, you're spending about the same money for a statue on its own. So like you'll get the game for 70 and you get the whole statue 19 inches. I mean, come on. 19 inches. That's huge.
I kind
really
of feel like I'm
big.
obligated to buy it for Dimitri. Like I feel like I have to buy
No.
you at least the game.
No.
Like I feel like I'm obligated just because of the comic sale.
Oh,
Like I feel
gotcha.
like
Why?
it like connects.
Gotcha.
It's like I got you the, and it
How
kind of
much
goes.
How much did you get from that again?
We don't talk about that on live.
Oh, don't worry about it. Come on.
It's all gone anyway.
Absolutely
The
not.
money's it's gone.
There you go. Don't worry about it.
But
Next up,
you know,
One Piece episode 1 to 3.
so my wife, who is not as sick as me anymore, which is fair because she got me
Oh,
sick.
that's great.
I was like, "Could we try this show?" Like I've never watched the anime, never read the manga, but you know, it'd be cool to give the live action a try. And she's like, "I don't want to watch this." So I just played on my phone and just scrolled on TikTok. And when she was bored enough, she fell asleep. And when she fell asleep, put on One Piece and I watched 3 episodes while she slept at like 6 p.m. And I think she also had a fever at that point. So I really liked it. I actually really liked it. Like it kind of has like a, it's gonna sound stupid, but it has an animated vibe. Like they made it very animated, where like the people's reactions and body language is like over the top on purpose to kind of fit the void of it coming from an anime. And yeah, I think it actually worked. Like I could see why people wouldn't like it, and there's definitely characters I don't particularly like because they're just irritating. But overall, I mean, very fun watch. Like tempted to just stop and just switch to the anime and then come back to this. But there's like 1,000 episodes, so that would never happen, actually. So yeah. I like it though. I would recommend it. Here, I think you would like it. Dimitri, I don't know.
That's fair.
I
Nope.
don't know.
That's gonna be a pass for me, bud.
Okay.
It's
I tried.
it's too cartoony for me. I've tried.
You did try it.
Naruto is like right under it, I feel like, in cartooniness. And that's like already too much for me. But I love Naruto, for the record.
Try the live action one, okay? Try the live action one, which is known to not be as good. They're saying it's
I heard
the
it was
best
really
live
good.
action. No, it's
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's good. I
Yeah.
know nothing about the anime. Just I know the fruit made him stretchy. That's all I know.
Well, I watched Death Note, the
Mm.
live action movie,
I heard that.
and I actually kind of liked it. Not gonna lie, but I also never watched the anime, so I feel like if you watch the anime, you'd think it's bad for sure.
Mm.
Like it probably doesn't do it justice at all. But like for me, just watching it as a movie and not thinking about the anime, I was like, it's a pretty good movie. It's a cool premise. It's a cool idea. So I'm sure the anime is great. Attack on Titan. Don't even get Kyle started on Attack on Titan.
Yep, that is
I think
probably my favorite show ever, and I'm not
yeah.
like crazy anime. I probably only watched like a dozen, not even completing them all, and that is like my favorite show ever. My niece definitely got me into it, and I'm still contemplating like an idea for Attack on Titan tattoo somewhere. You know, so it could be
Ooh.
cool like Pierre. And this
You
one
should
actually,
get.
it's funny. PJ,
Uh,
don't get Pierre started in Jujutsu Kaisen, which I
yeah.
think I take credit. I made you watch it, right?
You 100% did,
Okay.
and I'm glad that it was brought up just now as a perfect segue because
Oh,
the next thing that I watched is Jujutsu Kaisen. I got Jenny fully caught up on season 1, so we watched the whole thing together, and now we're on season 2, which I forgot that season 2, for anyone that hasn't seen it, it is a prequel. The first half of the season is a prequel of everything that happened in Jujutsu Kaisen. So it's Gojo, what's his name?
yeah,
The guy with the blindfold,
yeah.
blue eyes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's him and his group of friends when they were young, before.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's cool. And then you see their power sets and as they kind of develop them and what led certain someones to pick certain paths. So I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't watched it.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't gotten to it yet. I'm trying to finish the last
oh,
Demon Slayer arc before I that's another one. My niece, I think I got her into that one too. Now she's texting me like once a week of like, "Have you watched it yet?" I have no one to talk about with it. Like she just wants to talk. I'm like, don't spoil it. Like I told you, you gotta wait.
it's
Yeah.
such a good show. Demon Slayer, I only watched one episode, but I can't get into it. It's just not that I can't. I don't want to right now. It's just too many episodes to get caught up on. I can't do that
It's
to myself right now. Too many
that's
other
fair.
shows.
I don't feel like that story is as like I don't want to say pressing. Like it's just cool. But I'm not
hmm
into like as invested with the characters and stuff. It's just cool to me. Like the designs are insane. Like that's why you'll love it. The designs of the demons and whatnot.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen for me gives me a lot of like Bleach vibes. If anyone's ever watched Bleach, I feel like it's very similar to that aspect, and I really like it. And then the last thing that I watched is Ahsoka. Yeah, I know you didn't watch it. I knew it.
The problem is again is my wife, um, who I should have named the episode like thanks wife, but she was so against that, and that's why I was like, okay, but how about One Piece? And she was like, no, and then I was like, drop the remote. I'm gonna wait for you to fall asleep. And then she fell asleep, and I watched One Piece
Nice.
instead
Always a
of
good move.
that. Yeah. So yeah, I will. I will. Good. Oh, Dimitri's clapping while muted. You're mute. Did you mean to mute?
Nice.
I hope you meant to
Yeah,
mute. Okay, because you make me
perfect.
nervous from that one time when you were muted and you wouldn't unmute, and it caused a lot of editing issues. All right, we're at the 43 mark. Pierre, your feelings
hmm
on skipping Polar Pass or speeding through Polar Pass or going through all the rumors? There's a lot of rumors.
I think we just speed right through Puller Pass. It's quick for me.
Okay.
Um, Alligator Loki #1 came out last week. It sucks. Um,
Okay.
it's just bunch of small stories, no words. Feels like the Groot TV show. Pass. It was cute. It was cute. That was it. I mean, like it wasn't something that you need to pick up. Like you can
Okay.
just no. What if Dark Loki? Pass. This is the first
Whoa.
week that I've had like 2 passes. Like normally I'm like
Whoa.
pretty good at this. But pass on that. I was really excited for Loki. It wasn't good. So if you like the old Thor, you'll love it. Like the old like noble written like Thor, like huzzah, like all that, like how it was written
Oh,
before.
that's
Yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah,
Huzzah!
yeah, yeah. That type of Thor. Then you'll love What If Dark Loki because it picks off from that timeline with old Loki, and I don't like it. Next up, Kyle's list.
All right. So I read issue 3 of Planet of the Apes, and it's still a little bit of info dump, but we got to a time period now where they did a little more of like who I believe is the main character, who has such little page time due to the fact that they're just dumping information on you. And what was cool about this is they're on a cruise ship. Like it's like some military on a secret mission to save this group of apes to try and, help the current state of the planet. And they're on a cruise ship. And like they're hanging out, like trying to stay safe. And then a bunch of yachts and like speedboats show up, and it's a bunch of like rebel pirate
Okay.
trying to, and that's how the issue ended. So like I'm a big Planet of the Apes fan, so I'm gonna keep reading it, but the issue felt short, and you just info dumped on me for a third issue in a row, and then you leave me on this awesome cliffhanger of like, you know, some kind of people who would have like, stormed the Capitol, storming the poor cruise boat of the innocent. Like, come on, I want I wanna see
It's
I
not
wanna
fair.
see I wanna see that cruise ship just, like, take out all these people. Just take all these little, like, yachts and stuff coming with their homemade weapons. I wanna see them get taken out.
Mm,
Damn.
So,
take them out.
it's a poll. It's a poll, but if you're not a Planet of the Apes fan, I don't know if you're gonna like it. I don't think so. My next one, I read the 3rd installment of, Spider-Man Unlimited, the Infinity comic.
You
Um
love those Infinity comics.
I'm really into them now. So this one, my complaint is there was some weird gaps where it was like there's nothing. Like I scrolled and there's nothing. Like it just like too many panels length long. So that was odd. But then in the same sentence, they did some insane things where like the webbing like zigzagged down and you had to like scroll fully twice to get through all the web. So it's just like a cool effect. Like it really like you're scrolling, you're like, oh shit, like he really the web went a distance just from your motion. So that was very, very clever. And I really hope they do more of these. Now the spoiler
Mm.
of this issue is that at the very end, because it's Spider-Man fighting the Spot, at the very end, the Spot brings in the PlayStation Spider-Man to fight
Oh,
Spider-Man. And apparently they met before, which I don't know what comic that's in. So Spider-Man's like, "Ah, not you again," and there he is with the big white spider logo,
that's
ready to
weird.
mess him up and
Why would they?
defend the Spot.
That's so weird. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So there was that. So then my last one, and then we'll go to rumors. I read Spider-Man India. I was super duper confused. So they
Okay.
start with Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man on 616, and they're fighting like what's the guy with the globe head? I can't think of it.
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Mysterio. Thank you. So they're fighting a Mysterio with like multiple arms and heads, and they make like a pretty decent joke of like, you know, stealing culture and shit. So it was like it was clever there, and then they're like hanging out, and it was like okay, like cool, like the three of them are friends, like Spider-Man India, you know, hanging out with Miles and Peter, like cool. And then it jumps to Earth, whatever, which I guess is his main Earth, and didn't really explain like if that was then and this is now. Like, I didn't really get it. And then they did like a
Mm.
flashback, and it was only a few days, and then it felt like it was current. And I don't know. But the lizard showed up, like Spider-Man Indian's version of the lizard. I was confused. It's a pass just because I was confused. Like I couldn't follow the timeline of this story, but the art was
Yeah.
cool. Um, you know, the character's cool. Like it's just the versions of like you already starting to be like, oh, is that going to be this villain? Is that going to be this villain? I like all of that, but I couldn't. The pacing of the story was just odd. It was a little hard to follow. So I might give the second one a try, but generally I would say that's a pass for my taste.
Yeah. I was gonna pick that book up, and I couldn't find a good copy Like I didn't pick it up when it first came out. I missed the first copy, but then I went and saw that he still had a bunch of them, and I checked all of them, and every single one was folded, bent. Like just, I was like, I'll just wait for it on the app. So I'll check it out too.
Yeah, let me know if you understood.
My favorite segment. It's my favorite segment time. Sorry, there's the hair on there. Rumors, baby. Rumors, baby. And we got 10 minutes to do it. We're gonna speed right through this. Lando, no longer a series, rather a movie.
Better.
Yeah.
Right?
I like it. Yeah.
Better?
I think it means that it was so good that they were like, let's make it a movie.
But that would be less screen time.
No. What I'm saying is like they saw a bigger potential in it than just being a TV show. Like when it's the opposite way and they make a movie into a TV show, it's like, oh, okay.
Is that still true
this
though?
Isn't gonna be that great.
That Penguin show for DC.
Oh.
It's a little troubling to hear that's now a show.
But I feel like that's not a real thing anymore because we've seen TV show budgets like, say, a Game of Thrones. Like, well, we've seen that budget. And we've seen like a WandaVision, which not an insane budget, but
pretty big budget.
I'll throw one at you. I'll throw one right back at you. Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion was written by artificial intelligence. That is proof that we cannot use that for anything. Okay. Or they see more profit from making it a movie. I do believe there's more profit from it being movies. That's for sure. I'm sure that's part of it.
That could be a thing for sure.
Right.
Next up, Christopher Nolan was reportedly in talks to reboot James Bond before the strikes. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Like a Christopher Nolan James Bond movie.
Dimitri would like that.
It makes so much sense.
We got to know, who would you cast as your James Bond? This is a clip right here. We're clipping this. What James Bond would you see in a Christopher Nolan directed movie? Tell us down below. I already know mine.
I know mine.
It's always been the same one. Can we all
Idris
say it in one shot? Yeah. Oh my. Yes.
The only one.
The only one.
I'm gonna counter this, and Dimitri, you have to help me.
Okay.
So Christopher Nolan likes to work with the same actors. Dimitri's first date with his beloved.
I have to find the name of the guy. I gotta find out his first name.
So the man and the star.
I got it.
Got it? Of Tenet was
John David Washington.
John David Washington. So John David Washington is who?
Denzel Washington's kid.
Yeah, that's my James Bond. That's my James Bond is because Idris Elba has been rumored and talked about for so long that he's a little older now.
I think he declined it already.
Oh, did he? This guy though?
He openly declined it.
He declined it, and then he took that Lion movie. That's not true. I don't think that timeline really happened, but that Lion movie was terrible. I didn't watch it.
Oh,
but come on.
You know what though?
A lion just come on.
It might be all right.
It's like Jaws in the jungle.
Can I say Idris Elba as like the villain to a John David Washington?
Oh,
would be pretty sick.
That's a very good one.
Yeah, you'd have to have like a half mask or something cool, like metal.
Yeah, like
crazy.
Machine hands.
That's already been done.
Something like that.
That's literally been done before. The metal
hat with a razor brim.
The metal teeth. I think the cool hat was Odd Job. I just know him from the GoldenEye game. Metal Claws hands. That'll be cool. That's enough. You know.
No,
that should be our next content creation. We should just do a deep dive on James Bond. Make a whole podcast about every James Bond movie.
There's so many.
Novel. And just we'll do one a month, and we'll do like 4 episodes on it. I don't like James Bond enough to do that. All right, next.
Yep. Next up, according to Giant Freaking Robot, Carl Urban will appear in Deadpool 3 as a Wolverine variant. So these are the variants, or these are the rumors that get a little crazy. You know, this is where like they just start adding everyone.
I don't even want to talk about them anymore. I don't know why they're on this list.
But I
But
do
just
want to
keep
see
going.
it. But I do want to see it.
I don't care.
I would love it. Daniel Radcliffe has also been cast as an alternate version of Charles Xavier in Deadpool 3. I want him as Wolverine. I'm saying it here. I just think I've seen. Go look up a fan cast, and Kyle, we're gonna work on the edits, and you're gonna teach me how to put pictures up. But
I
look
am.
up a fan cast photo of Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine, and I'm telling you, it works. Look him up as Xavier. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. I wouldn't look that
Thumbnail
one up.
for this. I found the worst one I could find, and I thumbnailed it as for this episode.
Nice.
So yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito confirms he may be in talks to join the DCU. Who would we cast him as in the DCU? Brainiac. Next. Secret
Lex Luthor.
Wars. No, just kidding. Lex Luthor, he's a little too old to be Lex Luthor, in my opinion. From
PJ
waving
said
around wood to slinging.
I get
Yes,
this one.
sir.
I get this one, PJ. I understood the reference this time.
I love it.
Oh, God damn it. But look, PJ already knew and expected me to not understand. Like,
Yep. He had little
I
faith
never
in you.
understand. And he already I got that one. All right.
Secret Wars will be Hugh Jackman's final film as Wolverine. Did we kind of know that though? I don't feel like that's like a rumor. That's just like if you didn't know that already.
I think a lot of these rumors are true, and they're just not going to happen because of everything that's going on. Because things aren't filmed yet. It's just going to like the idea of it's just going to get phased out.
Right, they're just ideas at this point.
Yeah, and it's going to be like, don't worry about
fuck
that.
it. We need to get the movie out. Fuck
no
all
one
that.
thinks Dakin as Daniel Radcliffe or Daniel Radcliffe as Dakin works.
I love you, Dimitri.
Hate that. Actually,
I just throwing out ideas here.
I will kiss Dimitri open mouth right now,
and I'll accept it.
I don't recommend kissing me, not that you offered, but I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a little ill. don't feel good.
Yeah, that's sick.
No, I'm not about that life. I can't kiss you, Kyle. I'm sorry.
I really don't. Dakin would be amazing,
right?
Yeah, because I think he played crazy well, and that's what I see that as. Like, they can just be psycho.
Yeah, no, that would be actually very, very cool. I don't see him as Xavier, and I really don't want to see that happen at all.
As a matter of fact, give me a Dakin solo TV show leading up to Secret Wars.
That would be amazing.
Dakin,
isn't the character half
I'm
Japanese?
sorry.
Fuck, he's right. He is right.
Dakin.
Isn't Harry? What's his name?
Harry
Potter. Isn't he half Japanese?
No.
Okay. Well, we tried.
We
hurry up so I get to my fan cast.
Also, I don't think it's his last movie. Thinking about it, because he just went through a divorce. Hugh Jackman, divorce. Look it up. He went through a divorce. He has time to kill now. He's just like, fuck it, I'm Wolverine forever, baby. I don't give a fuck. He's all pumped up in steroids, just ready to just wreak havoc. Next, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man will appear in the post-credit scene of Deadpool 3.
I'm gonna start deleting. We're not talking about Deadpool. I don't care anymore.
Yes, he will appear. You're right. Henry Cavill has been cast in an unknown role in Loki season 2. What?
That's been around though. Like, I feel like I've heard that for a long ass time.
I hope.
As who?
Well, that's the whole point of bringing up the rumors.
Howard the Duck.
And people comment, and I could fight with them, and then we'll get like 1,000 views instead of 200 on our TikTok clips. Anyway, I want to do some
Henry
fan
Cavill
comments.
Is Howard the Duck?
No. I want to do some fan comments,
next.
and then I want to do my fan cast, and then we're done. He's like, I need to go to sleep and take some Tylenol.
Yep. We got 1 minute. Hurry up.
One YouTuber commented on our last live stream, or it was a clip from our last live stream, and said, "Nice beard." Now, we all have beards. I understand this, but I was the prominent one in that, and my beard was looking decent that day. Today, not so much, but that day, I think that's the only nice comment I've ever received on YouTube. So I subscribed to their channel, which was Cool. Phantom made a very good point, and I think it's going to go over the hour when I say this to you. Actually, no. Pierre, I want you to read it because I want to see your reaction as you read it.
What about John Bernthal as older Batman?
Not necessarily for a Batman Beyond movie, but just an older Batman. An angry, very grumpy, kind of like a Dark Knight.
Can I do one better? What if they adapted White Knight into a movie and he was that
Oh,
Batman?
I
I
mean,
like
yeah,
that better.
yeah, but
I
I mean
like
that
that
still
better.
fits though. That's still an
Pierce is
older
better.
version.
Yeah,
No,
older
it's
version
right.
Batman
Well,
just
yeah. Okay, fine. It's better.
Pierce is better.
crazy. Imagine him shoving pills into Joker's mouth on fucking just
Mm-hmm. I mean, who
in a
yells better
movie.
than that man? Like, who screams
Yeah.
angrily better than
Not a
that man?
soul.
Eat your pills. Eat your pills. Like, oh my god, that
Use
would be
your
crazy.
medicine.
Yeah,
Phantom, he hit that one in the head. Like that is
yeah,
that's a different one. It'd have to be R-rated though. You'd have to give it a
yeah,
real.
yeah. Like they'd have to make like a new like R plus. Like it'd be like it would really have to go all out, especially with that first scene being that. That'd be a
Yeah.
little aggressive.
Yeah. Was it Red Band trailer they call it? Like that's yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
let's end this episode on my fan cast. So now no one's gonna know who this is, so it has to be clipped in with a picture. But as you know, I'm now a One Piece fan as I'm watching the live stream and the live stream only. But the character of Zoro is played by a Makenyu, and Makenyu is a young, very fit martial arts, perfect. He is the perfect picked for Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond. So if you're not watching One Piece, the live action, Google. I'll spell it
Ooh.
Makenyu. He's young.
He's pretty.
Fit. He's got like a when he plays like kind of like the serious role. You know, there's always one in every anime. He fits, and especially by the time they get this movie going, he'll be just a little older. Like I could see him being. I don't know if he could do like. Remember the club scene from Batman Beyond where he's like dancing in the intro?
Yeah,
I
I can
don't know
see
if
that.
he fits that per se.
No,
could.
I think he would. He's like a yeah, it
Like
works.
when they kill his family, you know, when they like he tries to hunt down. You know, I mean, I guess everyone knows Batman Beyond. They know the story, but like him angry, I think like him fighting, he knows how to fight. I mean, he's like trained in it. His father's apparently famous with martial arts. I mean, he's perfect to me. He's the perfect Terry.
Look at those
Yeah,
cheekbones.
no, that was really good. That is really
Right?
good. Okay.
I saw him like
Jesus.
that's it. That's I'll never see anyone else now as Batman Beyond.
All right. Well,
I like it.
that was good. Damn.
Right? I did something right for once.
What about this clickbait note that you put in there?
Well, we kind of already talked about it, but it's I just wanted to reiterate how bad Harry Potter would be as Wolverine or Xavier. Like how bad that would just be. Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Worse as Xavier, though, right?
No.
No.
Oh, worse? Yes, worse
Yeah.
is Xavier.
No, worse is Wolverine. Worse.
No, just imagine him bald.
Worse.
And then with a scar and the round glasses.
Yeah.
Paneline's podcast.